This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Today I want to cover the symbol of the heart. Now, those of you who are aware, the human heart does not actually look like the symbol of a heart that we see for Valentine's Day, or now the symbol that we see all these celebrities holding up. And no, they're not holding up the heart because they're saying that they love everyone and be tolerant of everything. In a sense, there's truth to that. But the actual symbol of a heart, the formation of that symbol, goes back to the Kabbalah and the Kabbalistic teachings about the heart. And surprise, surprise, it has a lot to do with knowledge. Now, knowledge, remember, we always hear about knowledge, right? The secrets and the knowledge that they have. The owl that they use, Bohemian Grove, represents knowledge and wisdom. And this is yet another one of these symbols that you'll find inside of the Kabbalah. It's really called the mystical heart. And you'll see all these celebrities like Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande, and you can see these pictures that are popping up during this video. Almost all of them are throwing these symbols out there. All of them are showing you this heart. And it's not because they're on the red carpet and they just go, I love you all, let me hold up the heart. Because remember, all of these symbols have dual meanings. Now, it doesn't mean if you have a shirt that has a heart on it that you're a Satanist, okay? Just like I tell people who, have shirts of the Dallas Cowboys and they have a pentagram on their shirt, it doesn't mean you're a Satanist because you don't even realize what you're putting on yourself. You don't realize what you're tattooing yourself with, even though nobody should be putting tattoos on themselves. No Christian should be, because it is bloodletting. It is a bloodletting ritual. That's what tattooing is. That's why that's pushed so much in the mainstream. Now, that doesn't make you a Satanist for having that either. But my point being is that these signs and these symbols that we see all the time, these are all occultic symbols, and they've indoctrinated us with these symbols, right? And we think that it means one thing, when in reality it means another. We have people flashing the 666 sign thinking it means A-OK, flashing the peace sign thinking it means world peace when it's another occultic symbol. We have people flashing, how many symbols have I exposed, right? The pyramid with their hands thinking they're throwing up, the symbol for Rockefeller and for, Jay-Z's production company or whatever it is. Okay? These symbols are all occultic, and it all does go back to the Kabbalah and the Kabbalistic teachings. Now, you'll see here, even on a basic jewelry store that is selling, that sells these types of symbols, it's the mystical heart of ancient Kabbalistic teachings. The shape of the heart is formed by two identical lambs, A Hebrew letter, facing one another. In the mystical heart, you can see in the Hebrew, the holy language that holds the secret of all creative power, the word heart is written with this symbol. Okay? A lamed followed by a bet. Rabbi Abraham Abulafia, one of the greatest medieval Kabbalists, explained that the word for heart in Hebrew alludes to the physical form of the human heart. Now remember, as well, when it comes to the human heart, in most of these rituals that the Kabbalistic teachings, okay, as well as, in Satanism and stuff, always usually end with cannibalism, which involves the eating of a heart. Now, if you look into and study ancient tribes that get pushed as, the culture of these tribes, it always ended with these ceremonies of the eating of a human heart. Okay, and it's no different with them than with these animals. Now, it's stated that the name of the Hebrew letter stands for Lev Mayavin Dat, which means the heart that understands knowledge. The same idea is expressed in the form of the letter Lamed, which depicts the aspiration of the heart to ascend to the highest level of consciousness, the understanding of knowledge. Knowledge is the power of the soul, which forges the connection between man and God, between man and his fellow, and especially between husband and wife. As it is said, the dawn of creation, and Adam knew his wife. This is what they are pushing with this. Remember, higher levels of consciousness, okay? the understanding of knowledge. Where else do we hear these types of teachings, right? It's not just in the Kabbalah, teachings and the Talmud. You also hear similar teachings where? In Freemasonry and other secret societies, they talk about the same stuff, ascending to higher levels of consciousness, okay? Aspirations of finding hidden knowledge, right? And what is that hidden knowledge that they're always bragging about and speaking about? The hidden knowledge that they're speaking about is that they worship Lucifer, that Lucifer is the god of this world. Okay, and that's what they all find out as they aspire to ascend in their high levels of consciousness and their aspirations to learn the hidden secrets and the hidden meanings of life and all this stuff. Okay, it is very important for people to become aware of these symbols. I can't express it enough because people are inadvertently supporting these things. The whole New World Order is coming into shape in front of us, and these symbols are a huge part of it. People are becoming comfortable, and it's becoming normal, right? So somebody's going to see this, and they're going to go, oh, now the heart's satanic? Right? Because they don't understand that all of these signs and these symbols that they have made mainstream all relate to the occult, whether it goes through the Judaism side or the Kabbalah side, which is pretty much all sides, or Freemasonry, or the Vatican. The signs, the symbols, the rituals are all there. They're all in front of our faces, and they are not hiding it from anyone. Okay? The word, the heart in Hebrew, equals 2, right? So you see the symbol and how it's connected. It's this letter facing itself. Remember how they like to invert things? Okay, so these 2 letters are inverted, and that's what forms it. If this is the easiest picture, I think, for you to look at and see the heart, because you can see these 2 separate shapes, which are Hebrew letters, right? Connected, and look what it forms. It forms this heart. Now, why are all these celebrities running around holding up this symbol? Right? Why are they always talking about hidden consciousness and reaching higher levels, whatever this nonsense is that they all aspire for? Because they are indoctrinating everyone to want these things, to aspire for these things. That's why all the stuff you see on TV constantly is talking about what? Aspiring to be better. Aspire for greatness. You can do this. No one can stop you. All of these lies that they're pushing and teaching people to aspire for are ending up here. They're ending up with them aspiring to be occultists in reality, because these things that they seek on this earth are not obtainable, because the only way that you can obtain it is by being a member of these secret societies and these secret organizations. I don't care if you have the greatest voice on the planet. You're not becoming Whitney Houston. You're not becoming Beyonce unless you're in bed with them. Even if you go the route of going, okay, well, I'll just play in nightclubs and put my videos on YouTube. They will get to you at some point. They will shut you down. You have to join in. Most of these people are born into it through bloodlines. And if you're not somebody who's born into it through bloodlines, the price to pay is unimaginable. The sacrifices have to be made. You know, they always talk about the sacrifice. Oh, I sacrificed so much to become a star. Yeah, literally, they're talking about sacrifice. And that's why you can always see the connection between dead family members, people close to these people who just suddenly die, right? Look at Bruno Mars, a guy who likely didn't have a bloodline connection and then made the sacrifices to get his foot in the door with his mother. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But I'm going off topic here. This heart is the mystical heart. It is the heart which is taught in ancient Kabbalah teachings, okay? And again, it talks about the meaning and the understanding of knowledge, the aspirations to ascend to the highest level of consciousness, right? And this is the same stuff we hear in yoga, right? Aleister Crowley in yoga, okay? In Buddhism, and all of these false religions, they all end up with a worship of Lucifer. That's why the only truth in this world is Jesus Christ. There are no other truths, okay? So you're going to continue to see these celebrities throwing this symbol up every single day, every time they're in front of our faces, because they want you to start throwing up these symbols. They want you to start inadvertently worshiping Lucifer, whether you realize it or not. They want to indoctrinate everybody to do these things. That's why everybody, when they get somebody goes, smile, take a picture, they hold up the peace sign. They don't even know why they're doing it. Ask yourself, I'm sure you've done it before. I'm not going to act like I'm not guilty. Maybe when I was like 15, someone's like, smile, I probably threw up a hand gesture like an idiot. Okay? Now, why do we do those things? Because we see others do it, and then we do. That's how this human race works. Right? We see and we do. We don't know what we're doing or why we're doing it. I mean, everybody, I don't care who you are, has definitely posed for a photo at some point in time and either held up a peace sign or held up some symbol. And you probably, if you saw the picture now, you'd be like, why did I do that? What was I even thinking? But at the time of taking the picture, you were like, oh, that's cool or whatever. You weren't even thinking probably. You didn't even realize you did it. And that's why the celebrities, every time they take pictures of them on the red carpet, that is why they throw these up. To indoctrinate you and me and everybody else out there with their occultic symbols and signs. And that's why it's important to make people aware of it, make them aware of these things. Most of them always connect back to Israel, back to the Kabbalah teachings. That's why the Kabbalah is so big in Hollywood, right? With all these celebrities wearing their bracelets. So it shouldn't surprise anybody that this so-called image of a heart, which is the mystical heart, has nothing to do with the heart inside of your body, but it has more to do with the bullcrap that they teach about hidden knowledge and ascending to higher levels of consciousness. The same stuff over and over, folks. I thank you for listening to today's show. I hope you found this video informative. God bless all of you and your families.